Blessings, friends, and welcome to High Kadosh Ministries, where holiness is a lifestyle and Jesus Christ is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Well, friends, today is January the 22nd of the year 2017, and this is One a Day for the Soul. Now, our text this morning is going to be taken out of Philippians chapter 4 and verse 4, which says, "Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice." Now, I don't know where you're at in your day. I don't know what's on your mind. I don't know if the busyness of the day has already set in or you're at a quiet moment where you're just sipping a cup of coffee. But stop and reflect on that again and let your heart begin to ascend to heaven. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. Friends, we have much to rejoice for. You know, there's an old song that says, "Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done." I don't know if you ever heard that before, but there's so much truth in that. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. But now let's look at the following verses for a moment. "Let your moderation, your gentleness, your sweet reason be known unto all men. The Lord is at hand. Be careful for nothing." In other words, be anxious for nothing. Another way of saying that would be worry about nothing, pray about everything. Be careful for nothing, but in everything today, friend, by prayer and supplication, fellowship with your God, and thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto him. And then the peace of God, which passes all understanding, will keep your hearts and minds through Jesus Christ. Why? Because he is in control. As we begin to hope in heaven and place all of our affections upon the kingdom, we begin to sense a reliance upon him, knowing that no matter what happens today, good or bad, fast or slow, doesn't matter, whatever happens today, he is in complete control. And by knowing that, now the peace of God that passes all understanding will fill and keep our hearts and minds through his Son, Jesus Christ. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, think on these things. Well, what is truth? Well, Jesus Christ. He said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." He also said, "I am the Word of God." So the Word of God is truth. Think on these things. That's what it says here. Whatsoever things are honest and honorable, think on these things today. Whatsoever things are just. In other words, the good deeds that you see happening around the world, when justice prevails, think on these things and praise the Father for their positive outcome. Whatsoever things are pure, think on these things. Whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things please God, are refreshing in his sight, think on these things. Whatsoever things are of good report, reputable, think on these things. You notice think about the days that have gone before and where your mind gets swept away and caught up in the things of this world. You find yourself anxious, worrying, distraught, fearful about the situations of this life, when if our thoughts would be upon the things of God and what we're being commanded here, we would walk in peace and joy before our God and King. Whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, in other words, if there be any moral excellence, think on these things. So friends, I want to leave you with this idea today. Take control of your mind. Take control of your thoughts. Be very aware of what you think on throughout this day. And when your mind begins to be stolen from you and think about things in ways that you shouldn't be thinking about them, take that thought into captivity, imprison it, and begin to cast your eyes upon the things of God. And as we said in our text, rejoice in the Lord always. When things aren't going your way, when bad news comes, rejoice in the Lord always. Why? Because he is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. He is in control. Nothing can happen outside of his power. Think on these things, friends. So my prayer for you today is, as you walk throughout this day, that your mind will be upon the things of heaven, that your thoughts will be filled with good thoughts, just thoughts, righteous thoughts, that you'll be compassionate to others, loving and kind and patient and gentle. The fruit of the Spirit will begin to manifest himself in your life, and you'll begin to see the character of God working through you to the world around you, as opposed to the self that you know oh so well. Friends, I love you as Yahweh wills, and until tomorrow, I'll see you on the next video.